How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be ranking all 30 Season 2 team affinities within MLB The Show 21, so let's go ahead and get into it. SDS has officially pressed the button and all 30 of these team affinities are live. There are also an additional 30 legends and flashbacks within these team affinities, but I wanted to kind of quickly start by saying that all of these players are really good. And you can interchange some of these players, rank them much higher than what I have them at. You can disagree with what I have them ranked at, but with that being said, some of this stuff is personal preference. And for example, the first one is that Johnny Damon card. We could move that card up a little bit more. I've just never really liked using the Johnny Damon card in MLB The Show. I thought he was a phenomenal player. All of these players are in the 90 overalls. They can all be paralleled up to the mid-tier 90 overall, and obviously they are all good. But we'll go ahead and start listing some reasons why. With that said, this Jackson Rutledge might be, interchangeable with that Johnny Damon, right? Johnny Damon might even be higher than the next couple of cards that I have listed. But it's really just about personal preference. I think if Johnny Bench has a little bit of a better swing this year, then this card would be very good. I mean, obviously 119 power against lefties. When you parallel him up, he'll have 124. That's insane. I mean, that's really good and valuable, especially with the amount of left-handed pitchers that we have released in the program. Cal Ripken Jr. could be slightly ranked below, some of these players. I'm also kind of basing these rankings off of the position that they play, some tools that they bring to the game, and some of these, like I said, might be a little bit interesting. Josiah Gray at number 23. This card is all right. I think that he's a good, average pitcher. He just doesn't have the exact pitch mix that I'm looking for. That's why I have some of these other players ranked a little bit higher. We have Shane Mcclanahan. This card's very good. I mean, good, solid lefty. The lowest thing is walks per 9. If you're using pinpoint pitching, it doesn't necessarily matter as much. The control attribute is a little bit more important. Here we have Mark Pryor. Definitely a solid card. Has a slurve. Not really a lot of pitchers have that pitch in this game. 84 hits per 9 on the lower end. Same type of thing with Brandon Webb. I have these players ranked a little bit higher, though, because they have a better pitch mix. And I also think there's a ton of value for starting pitchers within these Team Affinity Season 2 programs. I think, with some of the lower tier diamonds even. But here we have Roy Oswalt, also has lower hits per 9. But this card's always pretty good. He has a great pitch mix. His curveball's disgusting. It's very slow, and he has a great stamina. But Edgar Martinez could be honestly ranked a little bit lower than some of these players. He does have really good stats against righties, kind of reverse splits. Doesn't have any speed. Has decent defense. But I think this player is kind of intriguing right here. Robert Pawson, I don't really know how to say his name, but a switch-hitting speedster, and this card could have a ton of value with diamond defense, at a variety of infield positions. And I'm going to definitely try that card out. Edward Cabrera at number 16. This card looks like he has a great pitch mix. Good break on all of his pitches. Tory Hunter ranked middle of the pack, 15. Coming in with great power against, lefties. Great contact as well. A really solid card that will have 99 fielding once you parallel them up. All of these cards, once again, are amazing. I mean, it was so difficult to kind of rank these players after looking at their attributes, trying to determine, are their swings going to be different? What are their swings already like in the game? This Dante Bechet has a terrible swing, but these attributes are amazing. I mean, the only thing that's low is his defense. And I think as a pinch hitter, he's just ranked in the middle of the pack at that alone with good speed. Here we have Tony Gwynn, a contact hitter, ranked at number 13. I think having 125 contact has significant value, and, Johnny Damon is right up there, but I think Tony Gwynn has a much better swing, and he just plays a lot better in MLB The Show. It's kind of hard to explain. They're very similar players, but I'd rather have Tony Gwynn personally. Sam Huff coming in at number 12. This card's going to be good. He has good contact, good power, great defense, and he's also pretty fast. That 56 speed for catchers, that's pretty fast. But Joe Torrey coming in at number 11. I have this card ranked a little bit higher because he has higher contact vision. He has decent defense. He always seems to play above his attributes in terms of power. But Joe Torrey's been a pretty solid card to use. He has a pretty solid swing, two-handed quick swing. Here we have Lou Gehrig at number 10. Kind of low contact and power versus lefties in comparison to some of these other players that are in the top 10, but 125 contact and 84 power for a first baseman. I would be using that card as a bench bat, but I think a lot of people will start him if they don't have David Ortiz, and I would definitely do so if I didn't have David Ortiz. Quinn Priester coming in at number 9. Here we have a solid pitcher with a great pitch mix. I'm just curious to see what his sinker will play like. He has a fifth pitch as a slider. I would have liked to have that more, maybe a second or third pitch. But Jordan Groshans, number 8, I think this shortstop is absolutely unbelievable. Definitely a solid player all around. Will have mid-hundreds contact, good power. Jim Thome, slightly ranked a little bit higher than him just because this card is a killer. I think a lot more people will be using this card at first base over Lou Gehrig, but Lou Gehrig's more of an all-around hitter with a little bit higher vision, right? He has a little bit better defense. Cliff Lee coming in at number 6. This card's the highest rated player, but I have him ranked at number 6 because I think Garrett Crochet is a little bit better, throws a little bit harder, doesn't have the ideal pitch mix that Cliff Lee has, but this card with Outlier just has to play amazing in MLB The Show, I would imagine, because of the way he played in last year's game as well. Number 4, Ronnie Mauricio. I think this card could be easily the best one. I just don't know how his swing will play in MLB The Show 21, but I will definitely start this card at shortstop. I know Fernando Tatis just got an upgrade. That's who I was using previously. Here we have Willie Mays at number 3. Just an all-around solid outfielder. Will have 5 tools. The only thing that he won't bring to the table is that stealing ability, but he will have solid power and contact, diamond defense once you level him up all the way. Hank Aaron coming in at number 2 with the third base secondary position. This card, at least the 42 card series, Hank Aaron played amazing. I'm definitely going to put that card in at third base. Will be one of the first players I go after. Jimmy Fox also has catcher as a secondary. I believe he is the best one out of the entire program. Jorge Posada will be taking a seat for a little bit. I'll try that Jimmy Fox out for sure. But we also have some lower rated diamond players that are extremely valuable to get in MLB The Show 21. We have an 89 Gary Sanchez right here. That's the one that sticks out to me the most. He could easily be ranked on this 30 list just because it's Gary Sanchez. Everybody knows how good his card will always be. Here we have Joe Nathan, a brand new legend with a great pitch mix. This card could go into a lot of people's bullpens right now and for a long time. At that, if you level him up, you should get to that 90 overall. Here we have Jose Leclerc. That's the player that sticks out to me the most. Jay Buhner will also be pretty good, but some lower rated diamonds. Garrett Richards as well. Juan Pierre, Larry Walker, Warren Spahn, if you want to wait all day to throw the ball. I think that, these cards are really awesome, especially with the collection that we just got in MLB The Show 21. Mariana Rivera is the first stage in that collection. I'm not too sure what my thoughts about that card. I'll have to try him out. I was kind of hoping that it would be a hitter, but I also think that it's a really good reward in terms of giving everybody a free Mariano Rivera card this early on in the game. But that is my list of all 30 Season 2 Team Affinities ranked in order from kind of who I think is going to be great and also which ones I'm going to go after. Obviously, once I try all these cards out within the Showdown and everything, then I will have a little bit of a better idea of how they will play online. But until next time, peace out.